One of the most frustrating things I have as a teacher is so often students will look at pieces like this, and I know I've done it in the past, you just go, too hard, can't do it, not my thing, I'm not going to be able to play it. It's 9 AM on a cold January morning. I'm sort of off today, but I never really have a day off being self-employed. But I'm starting the day in a great way by going to the dentist. £60 for a scale and polish is a bit steep, but I'm always trying to take care of my teeth, particularly after having a broken tooth nearly killed me. If you've not watched that vlog, go back and check it out. It taught me a very valuable lesson that I needed to make sure that I always had good teeth. What I'm working on here is the extracts for the Scaramouche by Darius Milhaud. Hope I've pronounced that correctly. Just checking the microphone again. But one of the things I wanted to highlight here was this is hard work. You know, it's kind of just going through things time after time after time. And what I'm doing is it's a bit like weightlifting. I used to do quite a bit of weightlifting in my rugby days. And one of the things I used to do is you used to try and start off the day after, when you're doing weight training, try and start on the weight you were lifting finally the day before. And what I'm doing, similar principle with this. You'll see I've got tempos, so kind of on the 5th of January, if I just shut WhatsApp up, 5th of January I was playing that at 110. By the 6th I was playing it at 120, and today I've got it up to 140. The idea is to try and increase that by 10 each time, the goal being all of them at minim equals 150, because they're written all out in quavers. Now in the real piece they're all in semi-quavers, and I've spoken about it in this vlog, how you make the difficult passages easy. And one of the ways to do that is to write it out in a simpler form, is to take semi-quavers, put them into quavers, take quavers, put them into crotchets, and then practice them and turn the speed up, and eventually it teaches the fingers how to play it, but it plays a trick on the mind where you start to think it's easier than it actually is. Now, I was struggling with one of those parts, this part here with the triplets in. I was at 92 yesterday when I practiced it. I can't get it beyond 95 today, but that's just one of those things. You just have to keep working on it. I know that's the one to do. I also know that I'm dragging the speed, and so what I need to do is make sure I push the speed a bit harder. One of the most frustrating things I have as a teacher is so often students will look at pieces like this, and I know I've done it in the past. You just go, too hard, can't do it. Not my thing. I'm not going to be able to play it. Or they just do the waggle the fingers trick and just keep waggling the fingers, hoping that somehow, either by osmosis or some other kind of weird way, you'll suddenly be able to play the piece, and it doesn't work like that. What you would do is take the extracts, make sure the most difficult bits of the piece become the easiest bits by just teaching the fingers how to play it. It requires a bit of skill to be able to understand what's going on and then just put it into Sibelius or even do it by hand. It's a method that I promise you works. I've been using it in my teaching for over 10 years now. Probably about 15 years worth of teaching on it, and it's a brilliant method, and countless numbers of students have got very, very good exam marks or recital marks or etc. like that, or have gone and played concerts, and I've done it myself, and it really, really, really does work. It just requires a lot of hard work. Now, one of my heroes is probably a guy who's given me more pleasurable moments outside of my family. That sounds quite dodgy, that, doesn't it? But okay, well, he's been responsible for lots of joy in my life, and it's a guy I've never met, and that is Sir Alex Ferguson, manager of Manchester United from 1986 to 2013. I'm not going to talk much about football. If you want to see about my little Manchester United loving, it's all up here. But one of Ferguson's mantras to his team, in his team talks that he used to give, and I think it's Gary Neville who said this, who played for United for I think 13, 14 years, is he said, you should always be proud to say that you work hard. Ferguson grew up in a very working class environment in Govan in Glasgow, and there was very much this attitude that you worked hard but you stayed together as a team, and you were always proud that you worked with the person to your right and you worked with the person to your left. And he said that in his teams. He always wanted to say, you know, I want the players to look around the dressing room and go, I'm glad he's in my team, I'm glad he's in my team, I'm glad he's in my team. And that's what I try and do with musicians. I want to look on the stage and I want to go, I'm glad he's playing piano for me, I'm glad he's on bass for me, I'm really pleased he's playing drums for me, I'm glad she's singing or he's singing or anything else like that. And that's the thing I've always tried to foster, and always tried to foster that idea that, you know, you've got to work hard. You know, you can't kind of wait and expect for things to happen. It's one of the things I've always had. I've kind of maybe not worked less, but certainly I've become wiser and tried to be more targeted in my hard work over the years. But it's one of the things that I used to get complimented on a lot when I was starting out in my career. And I remember a guitarist, Willie Floss, who played with me in this video at my brother's wedding. I remember Willie saying to me in the car on the way home, he says, no, but for a young guy, you don't sit around and wait for the telephone to ring. You're out there getting the things. And that's kind of what we've got to do. So many times, but the biggest frustration I have with some of the, well, a lot of the negative comments that happen on YouTube is the people who are making the negative stuff are not doing anything constructive. They're not working hard at their own craft. There's not a lot going on there. They're just kind of finding it very easy to criticize, very easy to stick a dislike button on there, and they're not willing to actually do the hard work. So remember, yes, hard work is hard, but always be proud that you're practicing. You know, I don't often like sticking my practice up on in a vlog because it's kind of, it's private work, it's always work in progress. I've said it before in this one when I talk about it not being perfect. But I'm proud of the fact that I'm in here doing my practice on my day off, trying to work hard at this piece so that I know when I walk out on stage in August for these classical recitals, I've worked hard. And whatever happens when I go on stage is, I couldn't have worked any harder at it. I've put my best effort into it, and we'll just see what happens. So remember, today, try and do something in your work. Work hard at it. I don't mean kind of slog off and do lots and lots of hours. You don't have to do lots and lots of hours, but just be proud to say that you work hard. One of the things I like to think about working hard is trying to maximise the time you have. So when I'm taking a walk to pick the children up from school, I'm making sure that I'm listening, going through music that I've got to learn, and doing my best to learn that as accurately as possible. Anyway, what I was saying in that, before the microphone wasn't working, was a great quote from Fergie again, which was, the two greatest words for any player to hear are the words "well done." And they are things that I've always tried to communicate, especially to young players when I'm trying to encourage them when they're playing. You don't really need to say any more sometimes than "well done." And if they've done the work, they'll know that they've done the work. Anyway, that's all we've got time for today. Tomorrow I will be answering this tweet and also a few more. Plus, finally getting around to opening this box from Lancashire. I do appreciate getting it. Not had the chance to look at it, and I want to do it on camera for you guys to finally see if I can maybe find a place in my heart for a synthetic reed. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out my last vlog here, and also this one as well if you've not done it already. Please do hit that subscribe button, it matters a huge amount to me. And don't forget there are 4 free saxophone lessons over at Cambridge Saxophone just waiting for you, so make sure you go and take advantage of them. Thanks for watching, I'll see you really soon. Bye bye.